Alright, today it's like 100 degrees outside and I had to drive through traffic with no AC. So I'm gonna fix the AC on a Chevy Trailblazer. I'm gonna show you how I'm fixing my problem. And the problem that I have is the front air vents, the blowers. The air doesn't come out of these blowers. It'll only come out through the top and through the floor. The actuator for my front vents is stuck in the closed position. Now, this can happen when you disconnect the battery and the computer automatically defaults to the closed position. And I read somewhere that if you change a fuse, or if you disconnect the fuse, unplug the battery, start it up and do all this nonsense, that it'll fix the problem. I tried all that, it didn't work. So now I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try to open up the dashboard, find the actuator, and manually turn it into the open position. Because if that's in the open position, that means that it'll be open all the time. But that's not a problem for me because I can close it. I can close the front vents over here. So I prefer to have it open all the time, and then I can just close them over here if I don't want it blowing in my face. I got these everywhere, and that's fine for me. It's either that or I would have to buy a new actuator, and I don't feel like doing that. So first I'm gonna park in the shade because it's too hot to work over here, and then we'll get started. Alright, so I'm parked in the shade. Shut the car off. Start taking apart the dashboard. This section over here, this you can just pull it off. Yeah, you see that just pulls right off. I don't know if you can see that. Now, we got a screw over here and another one over there. We're going to take these two screws out. Don't lose your screws and remember where they go. You got two more screws under here. One here and one here. No. See, after you take that out, there's a screw over here and another one over there. But first, I'm gonna take this piece off. There's a couple screws on the bottom. There's one here and one there. Shit. Man, I don't know why this won't focus. I'm using a 9/32. probably 7mm, but I don't know, 7mm. There's another one up here. So that just came right down. Put this to the side. Pick up my bolt. Drop this down. Now, I'm gonna take this off too. Like that. Son of a bitch. I also have a problem with my radio, so I'm gonna go ahead and change out the radio. I had a aftermarket radio and I took it out and I put back in the factory radio because I was gonna sell my car and I wanted to keep my aftermarket. But I put in the wrong radio. It looks the same, but it's from a different car. And so the computer knows that it's not from the car and it thinks it's been stolen. And it automatically locks the radio. So I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna put in the correct radio. Just so that it works. I don't really use it. Now this, you gotta unplug these couple of things, the cigarette lighters. It's 2 cigarette lighters, and the 4-wheel drive, and the rear window wipers. You just reach behind it, you see that? And you can you squeeze it together like that, pull it out. You can squeeze this like that, comes right out. Same thing here. Squeeze it, it comes out. And this is the same. You can also I'm gonna push this through because I can't even reach. Push this through. This one is a little bit different. You have to pull this little tab out, and then this little tab here, and pull it out. It comes right out. And now I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna lower the steering wheel over here. So this just comes out a little bit easier. You gotta disconnect this thing too. You got 2 pigtails to disconnect. 1, 2. And successful removal of the dashboard. I'm gonna put this on the side. Yo, where's my Phillips head? Tell me I'm losing stuff already. Right there. Don't lose your tools, it's frustrating. So you're underneath your car, under the steering wheel. You go down here and you look up just above this blower over there. I'll show you some light. All right, you see over there, there's one, but that's not the one. If you look up higher, there's another one. That's the one. That if you want to replace that, you can go ahead and replace that one. But you see that little metal thing there? Try and get a light on it. Right there, that little metal thing on top, the top one. That's the valve that I'm gonna open so that it stays open. Alright. Can you see this thing? You can't see this. This thing won't even focus. This camera's garbage. You see this right here? I want you to watch this. I'll turn this. You see that? Did you see it turn? I'll turn it. You see it turn? Alright. That looks like that's for the defrost vent. See, that works. That's open. That's closed. The other one doesn't turn at all. Alright, let me get my ratchet set and my flathead. I'll be back. Alright. This is out of the way. Throw this in the back. We don't need that shit no more. Alright. This is not big enough, so I'm gonna need to use something else. I'll take this shit off too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this out. There's 2 bolts here. I'm gonna take these 2 bolts and I'm gonna take this whole piece out. Fuck it. Alright, this is 7/32. There's one down. Go to the other side. All right. So that's the actuator, guys. This bitch that doesn't want to turn. What I'm doing is I'm closing this valve by hand just to make sure this is the right one. I'm gonna test this out. Yeah, this is the one, guys. Yeah, so it's back in position. Again, if you had something wide enough, you could have just stuck it right there, turned it. I didn't have anything to fit, so I took the whole thing out and I stuck my hand behind here and just turned the valve into the open position manually, and that'll stay there because this thing's not working. I'm not gonna replace it. I'm just gonna leave it open. But if you wanted to, it's right here. You can replace the whole thing. This comes off. It's pretty simple. It's just a pain in the ass to get to. Now all you gotta do is close everything back up. Just gonna show you that it's working. Alright, if you can see, it is working. See that paper? Oh, that AC feels so good. I'm gonna be driving happy now. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. More videos coming your way.